SAC Town. How we doing, huh? Let me hear you say way-o. Let me hear you say way-o. Okay, there we go. Trying to wake you up a little bit. There we go. Any CEO couples here tonight? Where are you? I know you're here because I saw Mercedes-Benz outside, so where are you, okay? Isn't that crazy to get cheated on in real time and see it for the whole world to see? Yeah. Why are we taking our work wives to Coldplay concerts? When did that happen, okay? Not even the nosebleeds, box seats, okay? For everyone to see, that doesn't make any sense. What happened to good old-fashioned Motel 6 affair? Whatever happened to that, huh? You know what I mean? The honeymoon suite, this guy knows, he's like, I've been there before too, man. Honeymoon suite, you know, but not just any Motel 6, a Motel 6 connected to a Denny's, you know what I'm talking about? I like it, we got a bunch of people that are cheating on each other, I like that. Gosh, man, I just don't understand, you gotta keep them in the nosebleeds, man, it doesn't make any sense, man. But no, I'm too terrified to cheat, I'm terrified. I'm terrified because my girlfriend is batshit crazy, that's what it is. Not good. Well, actually, I just proposed to my girlfriend, actually, there we go, clap it up for that, right? Yeah, nice. Yeah, I proposed to her. She said maybe. That's what she said. She said we'll see. Yeah. We're on a road trip together, and this is how you know you've gone past the level of like we can't go back anymore. She almost shit her pants going to Washington. Yeah. If you're not knowing about your significant other's bowel movements, she is cheating on you guys. Okay. She knows when and where. That's right. I had a plastic bag ready right there under the seat. I was like, just go, let it rip, do it, I got you. No, but she's great, she's absolutely amazing. She's half white, half Mexican. Yeah, that's right, which means that she's toxic, but she will go to therapy. That's the difference, okay? And sometimes I'm like, man, are you more white than Mexican, or are you more Mexican than white? Sometimes I'm like, what do I know? And then she told me recently that she ran away from home when she was 12 years old. Yeah, and I was like, oh, that is some white people shit. Mexicans don't run away. I don't know if you guys know this. We don't run away. We stay at home till 40. That's what. And I know because I'm 33 and I just barely left. Okay, so my sister's still in the teeth. She's like, oh, right there. There we go. No, before I went with my girlfriend, I used to ask women out like crazy. You know what I mean? I used to go to the club, used to be like, I used to ask women out. I would get denied a lot. They would make fun of me a lot of times. And every time I get denied, I would make fun of them because they made me feel like dirt, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, the only thing you can't talk about to a woman is her makeup. That's all you can do is pick out her makeup. I remember going to this one girl one time, and I was like, hey, beautiful, what's up? 6 feet, I make 5 figures, got 305 credit score, what's up? You wanna go out sometime? She goes, ugh, that would be a mistake. And I was like, you know, the only mistake you made was making your left eyebrow higher than the other one, okay? So go fix that shit. She was like, how dare you? I was like, how dare you step out of the house, okay? And then I was feeling myself. I was like, you know, I'll go to the next girl. I was like, what's up, girl? Huh? Want to get a bagel this week? A little coffee date? All on me? What's up? She goes, ugh, go blend back in with the crowd. Go blend back in. And I was like, you know what you should do? You should blend in your neck makeup with your face because I can see the line right here. Now, but I've had it's been a pretty good week so far. I recently gave up drinking. Yeah, thank you, that's right, thank you. Before work, that's right, there we go. Yeah. Apparently you can't sell cars if you're drunk as fuck. There you go. Now, but I got 2 jobs right now. I'm a DoorDasher and a used car salesman. Yeah, which means that, what that basically means is that I will never own a home. That's what it basically means. It's not a good sign at all. Now, but I'm Mexican. Any Mexicans in here? Fuck yeah, hell yeah. I knew I smelled Downey. That's what's up, man. Smelling fresh. Always smell fresh. And I also smell a hard worker. That's right, there we go. My full name is Francisco Javier Escalante Lopez. Yeah, thank you say right here, which if you don't speak Spanish, it translates to I am here illegally, okay? So that's what's up. That's right. I like it. Warming up, I like it. It's very weird though, I don't know if you can tell by my voice, but I went to private school. That's right, that's when I went to private school. I sound like I can call ice on myself. That's the vibe that I give off to people. My whole family thinks I sold out. I'm just like, I'm just chilling, I'm having a good time of my life, you know? But yeah, a couple things about me. I'm what you call skinny fat. Yeah? Which means I'm 50% skinny, 50% fat, 100% out of breath the entire time, okay? Doesn't matter what I do. Stairs are my enemy, that's what it is. You guys ever heard the phrase a lover or a fighter? You guys ever heard that phrase before? What do you guys think you are? Say it real quick. 1, 2, 3. Lover? I'm a lover too, I'm not gonna lie. I knew I was a lover because the first fight I ever tried to get into, I stuttered. What a hell of a way to know, right? I went up to this big tall dude, he was making fun of me, and it was in high school. I was like, he's like, come on dude, let's go. And I was like, yeah, let's take this outside, let's go. He's like, what the fuck you say? I was like, are you down to go down? Let's go. No, but I'm an interesting guy. I feel like I'm alright, you know. I'm like a 6 out of 10, you know, whatever, some shit. I don't know, whatever they say. I got a disability. I got ADHD. Yeah. Anybody else got ADHD? Yeah, there we go. That's right. All it means is you can't make eye contact for more than 5 seconds. That's all it is. That's why okay, that's too long. Okay, that's too long. But I got prescribed Adderall. Yeah, I got prescribed Adderall, which is basically meth's laid-back cool cousin. That's basically it, okay? Same components and everything. I made the mistake one day of taking an Adderall and a Vietnamese coffee. Whew. I was losing my fucking mind. I was so like zonked out of my mind, I cleaned the house twice. And when I got to the second time, I was like, who the hell cleaned this good the first time? I gotta give this guy a medal. That's right. No, but I feel like we've got to a good space, a little safe space. Reveal something about myself. I've had a very rough life, very rough life. My father left. Yeah, when I was 30. He left when I was 30 years old. Classic, went to the hospital, never came back type of guy. If you guys could just do something for me real quick just to make me feel better, can you guys just start booing me real quick? Just start booing. Man, you guys sound exactly like my dad. That's crazy, man. It's like he's here in the building. That's cool. Now, before he died, we were trying to do a bucket list of shit to do together. You know, we want to do some crazy shit. One of the things that I mentioned, I was like, you know what we should do? Let's get high. I want to get high, Dad. Let's smoke the devil's lettuce. And before I could finish my sentence, he goes, Frankie, I can't get high because if I get high, I get horny. And I was like, hey, Dad, I just like you as a friend, big dog. I know we go way back in the SAC, but relax, man. Now, but I do a lot of stuff because of my dad. I don't realize I do a lot of stuff because of my dad. It's carried on over. Like, you guys are gonna groan at this, but I litter. Okay, there we go, I know that. But I get it from my dad. What he used to do is we used to go to the bank and he used to rip up the receipts and he used to toss it out the window on the drive home. And I tell him, like, why are you doing that? And he goes, I don't want them to know our next move, Frankie. And I was like, Dad, I'm pretty sure they're not after our $17.38 in the joint family bank account. Yeah, but I'm a DoorDasher and a used car salesman, like I said before, but I've had some pretty odd jobs before. One of the craziest jobs that I ever had was I worked at a really popular Thai restaurant down in Southern California. Yeah, really popular Thai restaurant. All the recipes were straight from Thailand. Yeah, even the cooks were straight from Mexico, that's right, yeah. But I had a coworker that had just came from Mexico legally. He came from Mexico legally. Yeah, and when I found that out, I was like, oh yeah, we do that sometimes. But he wants to be American really bad, so much so that he was trying to pick up on American phrases, but he couldn't remember the phrasing too well. So he tried to learn the phrase one week, what goes around comes around, but he couldn't remember the phrasing too right. So he was like, ¿Sabes qué, Frankie? No me gustas porque tú hablas a mí. I don't like the way you're talking to me, so how about this? What comes in you goes in me, okay? So watch out. And I was delivering food. I was like, wait, what the hell did you just say? And this time he said it more menacingly. He's like, pendejo, what comes in me goes in you, okay? So watch out, okay? And then I had to correct it, which was awkward. I was like, hey, bro, it's not what comes in me goes in you, it's what goes around comes around. That's what you meant to say. And he stops what he's doing and he goes, hey, Frankie, I'm not gay. Yo soy joto, that's right. No, but I like I said, I'm very insecure about my voice. I sound like too white. But I will say though, like white people, you guys got the best phrases. You guys got the best phrases of all time. Some of my top 3 favorites are, is this spicy? Is this gluten-free? Let's circle back to that. That's top 3, dude. That's top 3. I made the mistake of saying let's circle back to that at a family barbecue to my jailbird uncle of 23 years. I was like, hey, Theo, hold on, I don't want to cut you off, but let's circle back to that. And he was like, what the hell did you just say to me? I was like, Theo, let's circle back to that conversation. And he was like, hey, don't ever say that white people phrase ever again. And then he took off, and I was so mad. I was like, you know what, man? You're on thin ice, pal, okay? You're on thin ice. You better watch yourself. I'll call ice right now. No, but certain phrases are out of date, though, I will say. Certain phrases are out of date. You guys remember that phrase, slept like a baby? Yeah, slept like a baby. I feel like that's out of date. We should change it to, like, slept like a stay-at-home boyfriend, you know? Because they can sleep through anything, that's right. Even certain phrases like, what is it? Straight from the horse's mouth. Yeah, I feel like that used to be an old betting term, you know what I mean? I feel like they should change it to straight from the gay guy's mouth. Yeah, yeah. Because those guys are chatty. You ever met a boring gay guy? I haven't, ever at all, that's right. Also, peeping Tom. You guys is anybody named Tom in here? See, no Toms anymore, that's right, yeah, it's a very outdated old name. They should update it every 10 years. Like right now it should be like peeping Zach or peeping Tyler or something, you know? I'm not gonna lie though, I used to be a peeping Juan back in the day. I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud of it, it is what it is. I was 7 years old though, I didn't know. I would go to my neighbor's house and I would watch them eat dinner like a psychopath. I'd go to their window and I'd be like, well, what are you guys having today, huh? Guys, they were eating Hamburger Helper 4 nights in a row. They ate Hamburger Helper 4 nights in a row, okay? And as a kid, I didn't know that was bad, but as an adult, I was like, you were struggling, okay? You were struggling for sure. I told my mom that, I go, do you know that Gonzalez's are having Hamburger Helper 4 nights in a row? She goes, how do you know that? And I go, well, I've been watching them eat. She freaked out. She goes, Frankie, you can't do that. That's against the law. That's against the law, Frankie. You can't do that. And I was like, Mom, you know what's against the law? Hamburger Helper 4 nights in a row. That's against the law right there. Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, but I'm currently in my 30s right now. Yeah, anybody else in their 30s? Oh, wow. That is statistically impossible. No, but I'm in my 30s right now, and it's weird how everything changes, you know what I mean? Like, your priorities change. Like, my focus in my 20s was beautiful women with curly hair and nice feet. That was my focus in my 20s, you know what I'm saying? And now my focus in my 30s is a dark room with air conditioning. That's my focus. A midday nap, that sounds good, that's right, yeah. But this is where my life is at right now. I take more time deciding if I'm gonna eat cheese than I do deciding if I'm gonna do drugs at a party. Does that make sense? If we're at a party right now and one of you stands up and goes, yo, Frank, I got cocaine in the restroom, are you down? You know, suddenly I turn to Mike Tyson, just like, come on, let's do it, let's go do it right now, let's go, cut them out, cut me good, let's go. But if one of you stands up and goes, hey, Frank, I got a charcuterie board with an assortment of cheeses, I'm just like, yo, I don't know if I can do this, big dog. What's the come down like? 2 days? I can, man, I can. I got dogs, I don't want those dogs, man. Let me go with this real quick. I was on FaceTime with my little sister today, and she's 12 years old, all right? She told me some crazy stuff. She goes, Frankie, I know what I want to be when I get older. I want to be a gold digger. And I was like, why do you want to be a gold digger? And she goes, word for word, true story, because they don't have to work. That's what she said. They don't have to work. Yeah. So I looked at her and I said, well, they are not ugly. So you guys think it's cool. Keep it going.